I've got a couple of, just a few minutes, so I'm going to say, in 1967, I came into this community. A kid from Chicago came up here to go to school, young life. Came in 67, King was assassinated in 68. And the cities were busting loose. And we had tremendous problems in the city. And I learned something in that early stage from George Washington Carver, who, when he graduated from Iowa State with his agricultural degree, said, God, give me your best. I prepared myself for your best. And he said, I heard God say, George, take the peanut and develop the peanut. And I've never forgotten that. God takes our DNA, our experiences, our training, our background, and he gives us a peanut. And he says, take the peanut and develop it. And Carver took all the elements apart, put them back together, and developed 300 products that changed the economy of the South. And I just asked the question, what's your peanut? What's your peanut? What peanut has God given you? Our peanut, Kathy, her folks lived 2 blocks away on Portland and 32nd when she was born. We live at 31st and Portland. She lived at 32nd and Park. We live at 2 blocks away, and she's still here. Is that a peanut? And we've been here 45 years. And a lot of you have helped to put this thing together. I just remember Jay Bennett. Jay Bennett was in our Young Life Club out in Edina. Jay became a lawyer. Jay gave us our first $50,000 grant to buy the soccer field land. We gave him a $12 million CROI, Community Return on Investment. He said, wow. Jay has done a lot of things. We put on a Bob Buford halftime seminar together. Bob Buford said, I've been successful, now I want to be significant. And out of that came 4 people who joined us for a number of years who wanted to go from success to significance. Does that make sense? Then there was John Turnipseed in here. I knew John when I was at Park. He didn't want anything to do with our programs. In '96, this was Minneapolis, his family. 30 of his family members are in prison. John didn't want anything to do with us. 10 years in prison, comes in, our first client. He's now the director. One day, the pastor at Park Avenue said, could you give me a suggestion for a speaker for Soul Liberation Festival? John preached at Soul Liberation Festival. John's had a movie on his life. Trina's here. There's so many people that have come up indigenously in the neighborhood, and others that come in from the outside. Jim Ryan called me one Saturday. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm at my computer. He said, can I come in? He and Colleen came in. We had lunch at a Mexican restaurant. We walked around. And here's what Jim said. I have driven by 35W and 94, and I've seen the walls, and I've never been in here. I've never known what was here. Come into the Sears building, we're involved in it, and I never knew what the neighborhood was. What else do we need to do to make a difference in this neighborhood? And I remembered Victor Hugo, who said, they cannot weep who cannot see. If you just see the walls, you don't see what's in here. Then he said, I went down to Chicago, looked at Cristo Rey. He came back and said, God's told me to build this building. And Victor Hugo said something else. He who builds a school closes a prison. Isn't that a good one? So I'm saying there's a combination of people, indigenous and from the outside, success to significance, using your resources to come in and make a difference in a neighborhood in a peanut, in this peanut. And I'm saying to you, are any of you interested in coming into the peanut and helping? Right? There's other peanuts. So take what you are given. One more thing. The director of the foundation of the Travelers Foundation said, Urban Ventures operates with the moral efficiency of a planned war. He said, you guys are really serious about what you're doing. We're really serious. We're really serious. Tim is going to take over. He's taken over. I want to say one more thing. I was deeply, deeply moved by a prayer that was done by the man who wrote the 12 Steps for Bill and Bob, Sam Shoemaker, Episcopalian priest. And he coined this. He said, "I stand by the door. I neither go too far in nor stay too far out. The door is the most important door in the world. It is the door through which people walk when they find God. There's no use my going way inside there and staying there when so many are outside looking for the door, knowing a door must be there, but they never find it. The most important, the most tremendous thing anybody can do is help somebody find that door, the door to God. The most important thing anyone can do is take a hand and put it on the latch that clicks and opens to that person's own touch. And all that so many ever find out there is just the wall where a door should be. They creep along that wall with groping, outstretched hands, reaching for a door, knowing there must be one there, but they only find the wall. So I stand by the door. People die outside that door. They die like starving beggars die on cold nights in cruel cities in the dead of winter. Die for want of what is within their grasp. Nothing else matters compared to helping somebody find that door, open it, and find Jesus. May that be the position that we have, all of us. May we stand by the door. Thank you.